Hi guys, and welcome back. And today we're going to mingle with the single folks. So let's dive into the single life.
Бедная ты.
And get the show on the road, huh? So we're going to start off with Natalie. And Natalie and Mommy Dearest
Ну, ты рада?
are in their apartment that Josh allegedly paid for or gave a deposit on, whatever. And her heart is still aching for Dearest Josh. And, I get it. It's been a month. So, she's still in pain.
All my dreams just feel kind of disappear because I had a plan with Josh. Now I don't have a plan.
Not as much a plan, I'd say, as a delusional fairy tale that you played in your mind over and over and over again, where you and Josh get married on the seashore and have babies and babies and babies and live happily ever after. Thankfully, this delusion did not end up in a restraining order, so there is a silver lining to everything. And speaking of delusional people, Mommy Dearest over there took the liberty of calling Michael
И пригласила его сюда. Это так нечестно со стороны Джоша это. И он приедет.
They need to leave that poor man alone. Leave him alone. Let him live his life with Uncle Bo, where he can just sit, drink beers, and stare at trees. Leave him alone.
Он заулыбался и сказал, что радостно приедет. Ну, ты рада?
No, Mom, but I'm going to pretend to be because my inner child does not want to disappoint you. So I will go with whatever you want just to make you happy. Therapist office, party of one, your couch is ready.
Может, он тебя любит. Даже вот через столько времени продолжает любить.
Oh boy.
I still have some feelings for Mike. And I think like he might have some feelings for me too.
And here she goes with that husband-hungry twinkle in her eye. This is not going to go well. I can't believe they're dragging Michael into this. It's like Weekend at Bernie's or something with this guy. Just dragging him out, even though it's all dead. So they go and meet up Michael at the farmer's market in Josh's car. And Mommy Dearest here is something else.
Я бы хотела, чтобы вы были вместе, чтобы была семья, чтобы вы были так же счастливы, как в начале.
So they meet up with Michael. Okay, Natalie, let go. You're choking him. He's literally turning pinkish red. He's gonna pass out. I mean, the guy looks like he can't breathe.
That we work together pretty good. And I don't know how it's a magic. I'm gonna come back together with my husband.
The rekindlement of Bennifer has been a blessing and a curse for us all. A blessing for them. Congrats on the marriage. But it leaves the rest of us plebs with the delusional hopes and dreams that maybe one day we will reunite with that one that got away. Please. This poor guy, he doesn't even know what's coming to him.
Это Майкл, сейчас просто идеальное время. Нашей семье сдружиться.
I swear, Mommy Dearest here is the gasoline to Natalie's crazy. So Natalie and Mike, I guess, end up going to talk by themselves. We're going to find out what they talk about next week, but I'm sure it's Natalie begging him to take her back.
This could be my moment to save my marriage. I could actually fix it.
And him saying no. The end. So I need to take a minute because my dog Mango wants to tell you to like and subscribe. All right, let's get back to the show. So now let's move on to Debbie Does Miami.
I don't know about you, but I could go for a little mojito.
Ah, you like that mojito?
Yep.
So they go to this bar, and I actually got my phone stolen at this bar. I set it down for 2 seconds while I was ordering a drink, and poof, it flew into someone else's pocket.
We made it, Ruben.
Yes. Been a fun, interesting, funny, wet day.
So Ruben is still reeling from the conversation that he had with Julian.
I don't know if he was trying to sabotage anything, but I know, he has trepidation because, of past failures.
About Debbie's international man-child fiance.
Apparently you moved to Morocco for someone. And then he said that person was like 20 years old or something.
No.
She's trying to act coy, but it's not working. Debbie.
He mentioned that, and you kind of left everything behind, your family. It caused a lot of turmoil with your...
Debbie, you have been narked on by your son. Congrats.
He has concerns that sometimes you act more with emotion and your heart than your head. So I'm concerned.
Her face honestly looks like she's plotting evil towards her son after the crap that he spewed out. I mean, Julian, it wasn't your place to say any of these things, but the facial expressions that Debbie is bringing are priceless and worth Julian spilling the beans.
This to be my moment to find true love. And I don't want Julian, messing it up.
And Debbie reassures Ruben that it's over between man baby Osama and her.
There's no romantic future for Osama and myself.
I just wanted the clarity.
But you always have that in the back of your head when someone says that maybe it's not over, especially since she sends money to his family, so.
Of course, I'm going to have what Julian told me in the back of my mind. I mean, I wouldn't be a fool not to.
So we end with Debbie being concerned about, how Ruben is taking all the new information, and she hopes that it didn't really mess things up too much, but I guess we're going to see. So let's move on to Turdball, and it seems that he's moving to San Antonio and moving in with Megan.
I don't want to imagine my life without her, and I'm willing to do whatever it takes to stay together.
Yeah, that's smart, lady. Moving in a man that you barely know in with your autistic daughter.
Just cannot believe he's here. I mean, 4 days ago, he literally called me and he said he's coming down here. I mean, this is exactly what I wanted.
Now, I'm not saying anything about John, but just in general, this isn't smart for the child. So the night that he gets here, Megan sleeps with her daughter because that's how they generally do.
So you're okay with sleeping in her room?
Yeah, a mattress isn't the worst thing in the world.
And John sleeps in her daughter's bed, which is very befitting for him because he is a child. So it's the next day, and this one is already asking for a ring.
So I would hope that you were wanting some kind of commitment, like physical commitment, as far as like a ring or something, but...
Like, dude, he just moved in like yesterday, and now you're pressuring him for a ring?
Seems a little fast, man.
Generally feel that Megan, I don't know. I don't like her. I don't. Like, chill, girl, baby steps. So let's pivot to Veronica. And it's so funny. I wrote, and it's Tim and Veronica's first morning. It's Jamal and Veronica's morning after the big fight.
He saw me at my ugliest last night. I lost it, and I'm really disappointed in a lot of the things I said.
And they have a very adult conversation, and kudos for them. We rarely see that on this show.
I felt like maybe I triggered you.
Not a threat to anybody, you know what I mean?
It just came more to like a respect thing.
And I honestly think that conflict resolution compatibility is super important in a relationship. So cut to Jamal is leaving, but it seems like he's thinking about moving to Charlotte, or he's just blowing smoke up her ass. I'm not sure. I guess we'll see. Time will tell. So now let's move on to Chantel. And it's post-Snail Fest morning.
Things have cooled off with me and Giannis since the Snail Fest.
And she's shocked at the way that Giannis was treating her at the Snail Fest.
I came to Hanya to spend more time with him, but I'm starting to feel like coming here was a huge waste of my time.
Because he wasn't paying attention to her.
Like, all the affection that I was having before from him has disappeared, and I just don't understand why. Like, what did I do?
But, that could have been for a lot of reasons. He was with family, he was with friends, he was distracted. I mean, yeah, he should have probably taken the time to, acknowledge her a bit more, but,
Kissed me on the cheek instead of on the mouth.
The beach was hot and steamy. I was just tonguing it out.
Maybe it's because he doesn't want to make out in front of the elderly town folks, or maybe he wanted to be more respectful in public. It's a different culture, not really sure, but, there are other reasons besides he doesn't want me.
Or is it like, is there something I've done to change your mind about me?
And that's why you don't chase a man that's 4 hours away, dragging your so-called friends along with it. I mean, it's doing the most.
I just wasn't feeling it. He didn't dance with me at all.
You're truly holding him up to standards of what you think he should act.
Maybe you need to communicate, yeah.
Sometimes it's hard to communicate. Sometimes I just expect of a person.
This girl apparently expects men to be mind readers. No wonder her first marriage failed. I mean, did no one tell her that communication is like one of the key things that you need in a relationship?
You always trying to look to like what could be in the future instead of really living in the present.
Talking to Chantel is honestly like talking to a child, seriously.
This morning, he did reach out to me and said he wanted to meet up one last time before I leave. I don't know if I should go.
So she doesn't know if she wants to go, but obviously she does because A, she's desperate, and B, production needs footage. So she's going, whether she wants to or not.
Well, that means it's another day for glam.
Another day.
Anyway, so we'll see how that ends. And guys, thank you so very much for watching. I really, really appreciate you stopping by. I really do. Don't forget to like, share, subscribe, hit the little dingling so you know when I'm around, and have a wonderful week. Thank you so much, and bye.